Hi everyone, and welcome to your monthly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the month of March 2026. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information on my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 7 card readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Borderless Rider-Waite-Smith with Chakra Crystals, the Light Seers Tarot with Smoky Quartz, and the new Palladini Tarot with Sodalite. We also have 4 different Oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot card and which Oracle deck. I'm keeping this in. You can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for March. So, in the present energy, honestly, Mercury is retrograde for most of March. I'm just gonna say it. You were probably thinking it if you were aware of it anyway. But these are, I like these cards. Anyway, going into it, we have the Fool, because of course we do. Incoming energy is the 3 of Swords, because of course it is, don't panic. Main advice is the 10 of Wands, really don't panic. Supporting advice is the Ace of Swords. And the bottom of the deck, underpinning the entire message, is the 2 of Cups. So, let me just adjust this in the shot. Yeah, the top is in view. Actually, it's a little high, but it's not really worth your while. I'll see you right now. The expression that came to mind was heavy weighs the head that wears the crown. I'm pretty sure that's not actually the saying, but that's the way I remembered it anyway. And I think that the thing to keep in mind is that the majority of these cards are upright. The only reverse cards really are the 6 of Wands and the Knight of Wands, which is pretty fitting here. And the reason that I was summarizing this energy with heavy weighs the head that wears the crown is because it's like having a success and realizing what the cost is, and realizing that the cost was probably bigger than you anticipated, maybe bigger than you have the resources for at the moment when you went off on this adventure, and the disappointment that comes with that, but the clarity that that comes from that also. And I knew I wouldn't have much to say to you, but I think that I've covered the basics. And what I would say, whatever it is for you, assume that it won't happen before May and see how that feels. I did appeal to Mercury retrograde as I was flipping these cards over, because of course I did. But yeah, okay, yeah, just to finish what I was about to say, or to start it over, assume that it won't happen until May. See how that feels, and see what you're going to do about it, because, you know, if you trek to the city in the background of the 10 of Wands here, you can make it. Just because it doesn't appear that you have the resources to get to the city in the background doesn't mean that's the case, but it might involve some financial jujitsu or some resource jujitsu in order to you know, get to where you want to go. I don't know what the 2 of Cups adds to this conversation, and I don't really think it matters. If you like this reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, Group 2, let's see what we have for you for March. Okay, in the present energy, what is this? Hangman reversed. That's the Tower reversed, don't panic. And the 7 of Cups, okay. Incoming energy, we have the 9 of Wands reversed. Incoming energy, we have the Four of Cups. Main advice is Empress, love it. Supporting advice is Page of Swords reverse, makes a lot of sense. And at the bottom of the deck, underpinning the message, we have the Two of Swords. Just a moment here. I'm taking a lot of time here. Anyway, I'll see you right now. Group 2, while I was staring at these cards, the thing that made the overall meaning snap into place was when I mentally switched the Tower and the Nine of Wands here, because it's almost as if the Tower moment has happened, and that the vibe for March is assessing the damage and the now what of whatever Tower moment happened for you. And I think that that is kind of the overall thing here. Now, obviously, you know more about your situation than I do, but I think that the having the Empress as the main advice card here is really cool in the sense that it's a card of abundance and all that shit, but it's also a card of creation. She's pregnant in this particular version. She's pregnant with the world, literally. So no matter what came here, it's looking like March is how can I say this? It's looking like March is a month where you'll learn the lessons of whatever happened in, January, February, maybe, the end of 2025 for some of you, because, these are two major arcana cards here. But yeah, whatever the new perspective that you're being invited to take with the Hangman here, I would say the confusion is understandable. This is also reinforced by the fact that the majority of this reading is reversed. So yeah, what I would say, again, the new student on campus here, it's kind of like learning to operate in the aftermath of whatever it is, whatever this moment is. It's kind of like these two cards are kind of plunging into the receptacle that is the middle of this spread here. And yeah, I think the Two of Swords has been silently nodding this whole time, but with the and again, the Four of Cups as well, given the assessing the damage and figuring out what you can do from here and where you can create and where you want to go, to get that PhD, because if I haven't mentioned it, I often call the Page of Swords the new student on campus card. So yeah, that is what I have for you. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 3, let's see what we have for you for March. Whoops. Okay. King of Coins, King of Swords reversed, and Ten of Wands, okay. This is present energy. In the past, we have the Six of Coins. One of my favorite cards. I was gonna say it. I don't know why I hesitated, but anyway, in the incoming energy, we have the Nine of Coins, main advice card, Knight of Coins reversed, and the supporting advice, Nine of Cups reversed, and the bottom of the deck underpinning the message is the Five of Coins reversed. I would say don't panic, but I'm not really. I'm not particularly worried at a glance, I'll put it that way. Yeah, there isn't a single major arcana card here, so right out of the gate, how bad can it be? But that might not be helpful. Anyway, I'll see you right now. Just in case I forget to mention it, this is the Knight of Coins, not the Knight of Cups reversed. It's the Knight of Coins reversed. It's really funny. Sometimes when I'm staring at these cards, I'll just stare and stare and stare, and I'll like half understand at best, and then one thing will happen and then everything clicks into place. And I guess I'll start with that part, which is what the Knight of Coins and the Nine of Cups reversed, both reversed, are adding to this spread as advice cards. And it's to manage your expectations for the month of March. I think that's the best advice because it's the majority of this reading is earth cards. The only cards in the entire thing that aren't coins or earth energy are these three cards here. So it's looking like you've done your homework and did your job to get to this point, and it's looking like the foundation for a really solid and long-term, the generational wealth that is often associated with the King of Coins is in play. However, Mercury is retrograde for most of the month, and I think that that is a clue as to what to expect. And even though, you're only going from a 6 to a 9, the Nine of Coins, first of all, it's some people's favorite card. I think it's a pretty badass card. And you know, the 9 might come at a high cost. However, that's kind of how you get to where you want to go. And I think that the solace that is in that is what the Five of Coins is adding to this conversation. So yeah, or it could also be like going through it with someone else, but I'm reading it more the straightforward way. But one thing is for sure, with the overwhelming Earth energy in this reading, it's looking like a very stagnant month. Not stagnant in the sense that nothing's happening, but stagnant in the sense that, earthquakes are kind of stagnant until they're not. They're really not. I don't know if you saw. I'm pretty sure if you Google Japanese museum earthquake simulation or exhibit, it's kind of like a rubber band thing that's being pressured, and at some point some pressure is released and there's a little simulated building that quakes. But basically, this might be the tension of the spring that might quake later. It might come at a high cost, but it'll get you where you want to go. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Mercury retrograde, am I right, fellas? It's funny. I know my analytics. It's really funny to have said fellas inadvertently. Before I start, I want to give the next chapter in the saga of my fridge for people who've been paying attention. For absolutely no reason, it started working again. I don't trust it. I've had to throw meat out because of it, but it is cool to be able to have meat in my place for more than a day, and to have ice also. Cold tap water does the job for most things, but for some things you just gotta have ice, and they don't sell ice in small quantities for someone who would just have a cooler at best. Anyway, that is what my week has been like. Group A, your card is, what is this? Oh boy, give me a moment. I'm going there. This is one of my favorite decks, but I hate this font so much. It's the Attraction of Opposites. That's what it reads. This is I Ching hexagram number 44. And the keywords are seduction, temptation, magnetism, a passionate encounter, meeting halfway, coupling, and sexual union. So that's good for some of you, giggity. But I think that a core message for a good portion of you, especially given the tarot portion, is to really try to make the best of every opportunity. I think that the seduction and magnetism might be of giving up or of panicking needlessly. Given the tarot portion, I did want to give that interpretation. Group B, your card is the Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. There we go. Actually, let me think about that one. I'm going to read it in the straightforward way of seeing this is a glass half full month for you, or at least I think that the lens that could be most useful for you to avoid making unforced errors during this month is to look at to find the love and to give with love without expectation of return, and to see the glass half full as often as you can. Group C, your card is opposition, confrontation. You know, this is it's kind of fitting given the tarot portion. I think that it's kind of a warning against butting heads, and also a warning of, because you know when two bucks or whatever are butting heads, they're not, neither one is going anywhere, and I think that you know, in life you have to care, but not that much, might be the way to better mitigate this opposition so that it can kind of, you know, slide on over to the trine that's like the next aspect in the synodic cycle or whatever it's called. Anyway, Group D, your card is frustration. Yeah. Given the tarot portion, I'm kind of surprised that the other cards weren't more like that. But I think that I'm just going to give the same advice that I basically gave everyone else. I think that with the month of March, it's a month to manage your expectations. I literally said that to one of the groups, and I think that's something that you can use to manage your frustrations or potential frustrations for the month, because it hasn't even started yet, is to instead of comparing yourself to your ideal self, or compare your job to the ideal version of the job that you were trying to do, to compare yourself to yourself last month or last year, last week, or how well you would have done at those times, and that can kind of help you manage. This isn't a month to try to jam the square peg in the round hole. I usually do the opposite. That's why I fumbled. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading or this video, please give this video a like. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon.